Alright, what's going on guys? It's Epoxy, and here in this video we'll be taking a look at the latest Fallout Miami update that was released yesterday. Fallout Miami, for those of you that don't know, is an upcoming DLC-sized mod for Fallout 4 being developed by a very talented group of people. And although they've had some real-life obligations that put this update on hold, we've now got ourselves the Fallout Miami Winter 2020 Progress Update. So with that small disclaimer out of the way, what's new in this Winter 2020 Progress Update? Well, as we've come to expect to start things off, we've got a beautiful song. Sergey Nice is back, lending his voice to Gary Golden for his new emotional ballad, I Dreamed a Dream. Mixed by Nicholas Sibley, guitar by Luke Higgett, and additional vocals by Maya Schuwerk. Here's a short little tease of the track.
I dreamed a dream, it didn't come true, it went away, and so have you.
A link to the full track will be in the description below, and it's also located on the update page itself. Now to begin with the assets, let's take a look at something we saw in the previous update, that being concept art for the Mingo, which has actually been made into reality thanks to Penelope Tay. And although it's terrifying, as I mentioned in my previous video, turns out I was actually right. The Mingo is more on the passive side, and it's just more of a defining element of the Vacation Wasteland because you just have to have mutated flamingos in Fallout Miami. And what you're looking at now is gecko meats. We recently got a look at the geckos in Fallout Miami, but now Penelope Tay has done us the favor of chopping them up and cooking them into a juicy meal. Fallout Miami will feature plenty of consumable items based on the New World elements, such as the creatures and plants, but they do want to note that not every single one will feature a completely new model, which is understandable. Now, a few months back, they did actually make a promise that they would show off some more Enclave stuff. So let's start with the Predator armor. Concept art by Marko Lipovac. It's designed for operation in difficult terrain and comes equipped with a stealth field generator. This power armor was developed as a response to the Enclave's need to accomplish goals with limited manpower in hard to navigate environments such as jungles. It's pretty high-tech stuff. And while you won't be getting your hands on the Predator armor right away, it's definitely more end-game or late-game content. You can expect to see it a little later in the story as the Enclave receives reinforcements from a nearby offshore base. But that's actually not it for the Enclave in this update. Marko also designed the final piece of the Enclave arsenal, an advanced heavy plasma weapons platform. Applying innovations based on the successful prototype Q42 to existing technology allowed for the creation of an advanced plasma caster that can be modified to suit different tasks. Its variants include a short-range plasma thrower, a high-speed Gatling configuration, and a high-power rail cannon. You also have the option of mounting holographic sights or a targeting computer in the form of the radar-assisted targeting system. There's actually even more to share about the Enclave than just equipment though, so trying to tiptoe around spoilers, here's our look at the animated faction icon drawn by Nick Papa and animated by Charlie Wilker. Since the Enclave are a main joinable faction in Fallout Miami, you can expect this icon to be popping up more than once, that is if you choose to side with them. And speaking of factions, let's take a look at the group from the Center, a thriving city-state based in the pre-war Miami Beach Convention Center. The settlement was founded over 150 years ago in response to the pressure imposed on smaller wasteland communities by the Great Winter and the increasingly bold slavers of Sunshine Cove. The Center is a self-sufficient civil society and trade hub in the heart of the Vacation Wasteland. They've actually teased it in the past with more than just the faction icon, with a sneak peek at the Center in the reveal trailer and a screenshot of the memorial in the botanical garden around which a lot of Centurion agriculture is based. In order to protect themselves from slavers and even more dangerous threats, the Center has constructed fortifications, the most impressive of which is their northern wall, concept art by Yo Shift. With traders coming and going from the south and west, defenses like these are essential to maintaining their central position as a hub of civilization and commerce in Miami. Of course, threats don't only come from the North Wall. Here's our first look at the Center security, responsible for policing and defense, with separate branches dedicated to internal and external security. Concept art drawn by Jose Soto. With Vault-Tec being a major investor, you may also see some resemblances in their uniforms and branding. And the man at the top of the Center security is Clyde Anderson, chief of security and member of the Center Council, the city's ruling body. Concept art drawn by Cameron August. Discipline and hard work is what truly defines him. He obeys any commands from the mayor. You'll understand why that's so easy for him in just a moment, but the safety of his fellow citizens is his primary concern. And although a workaholic hardass, he somehow still strikes a balance with empathy and camaraderie, earning the loyalty of those who serve under him. He can even occasionally be caught having a beer with them in his off hours. Through his solid work ethic, he's managed to become one of the most respected citizens of the center, despite his original position at the center security being handed to him due to his name. And trust me when I say the Anderson name means a lot in the center. In fact, they've been winning mayoral elections for just shy of 80 years. Meet Mayor Janet Anderson, also drawn by Cameron August. She was the wife of the former mayor who passed away during his re-election campaign, and she has held office since his death. She's also, of course, the mother of Clyde Anderson. Diligent yet stern, she prioritizes the safety of her people, though some question the restrictive nature of her policies. The center is successful, very successful, but Mayor Anderson has repeatedly refused to expand by founding new settlements, all while the Century and prosperity and population keep on growing. The place has started feeling a little bit crowded lately, and the council has decided it's time to hold elections. One of its prominent members has chosen to put his name forward in opposition to Janet, and we'll hear more about the center in future updates. And that is everything for Fallout Miami's Winter 2020 Progress Update. I'll leave their social links down in the description below so you can go give them some love. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please smack that like button down below, subscribe to The Good Fight if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon to stay updated in all of my future videos. Oh, and if you want to help support the channel, click the join button and you'll get a bunch of perks with it, such as early access to videos, video credits, unreleased footage, and behind the scenes. It'd be super greatly appreciated as always. But that's it for this video, and until next time, this is Epoxy, signing off.